Our list of the best collegiate athletes begins with a man who is an outstanding prep athlete in his own right, Matt McDonough. A three-time state champion at Linn-Mar, Matt's outstanding college career began with an NCAA championship at 125 pounds as a freshman and finished each of his first three seasons in the finals, ending his Hawkeye career as a two-time national champion and one-time runner-up. A shoulder injury his senior year was all that kept him from the rare four-time All-American status. McDonough was also a four-time Big Ten finalist and two-time champion. The first but not the last Hawkeye wrestler on this countdown, Matt McDonough is our number 25 college athlete of the century. And number 24 could make a claim as maybe the best softball player in the long and successful history of the UNI Panthers, Sammy Bunch. Sammy was a first-team All-MVC selection all 4 years of her career in purple and gold. Twice she was named the MVP of the Missouri Valley Conference. She was the league's freshman of the year in 2018 and the defensive player of the year in 2019. Three-time All-Region, named a second-team All-American in 2021. One of the few Panther softball players ever to earn All-American honors. She still holds career program records in home runs, RBI, and runs scored. One of the best to ever come through Cedar Falls, Sammy Bunch is our number 24 college athlete of the century. 23 on our list is one of the best field hockey players ever to come through Iowa's legendary program, Heather Schnepf. She was a two-time All-American for the Hawkeyes in the early 2000s and became just the third player in Big Ten history to win the Defensive Player of the Year award in back-to-back seasons. She and the Hawkeyes won the Big Ten tournament during her senior season before she'd go on to represent Team USA. Heather Schnepf still stands as one of the best defensive players in Big Ten history, and she's our number 23 college athlete of the century. And number 22 has his name on Iowa's Ring of Honor, Robert Gallery. One of the early stars of the Kirk Ferentz era, Gallery started on the offensive line for 4 years. First team All-Big Ten, 3 straight seasons, the Big Ten's Lineman of the Year in 2003. He won the Outland Trophy in his senior season as the best lineman in the country. He ended his Hawkeye career as a unanimous All-American, and just last year was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. Road grader Robert Gallery is our number 22 college athlete of the century. Number 21 on our list of the best college athletes of the last 25 years is Wartburg wrestler Dustin Hinchberger. In a program that's established its place as the gold standard of Division III wrestling, Dustin's career still stands out among their best. Dustin was the Knights' first three-time NCAA champion. He was a three-time Iowa Conference champion and was the MVP of the conference meet in 2005. His 140 career wins still rank fourth most in Wartburg history. Dustin Hinchberger is one of the best to ever suit up for Wartburg, and he's our number 21 college athlete of the century. And number 20, one of the best runners that has ever come through the Hawkeye track program, Kaneke Alexander. She's the only Hawkeye runner this century, male or female, to win an NCAA title, winning the indoor 400 national crown in 2006. She was an 8-time All-American for the Hawks, the highest number in program history, the Big Ten Athlete of the Year in 2007, and a 5-time Big Ten champion. Kaneke was inducted into the Hawkeye Hall of Fame, and she competed in 3 Olympic Games for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Kaneke Alexander is our number 20 college athlete of the century. Number 19 on our countdown is one of the best to come through UNI's tremendous volleyball program, Bree Payton. A 4-year starter for the Panthers, Bree led her team to 4 straight berths in the NCAA tournament, one of just 2 players in the history of the Missouri Valley Conference to be named the league's player of the year 3 times. Between 2009 and 2011, Bree picked up an astonishing 17 career triple-doubles, more than any other player who's come through the Panther volleyball program. She earned All-American honors each of her final 3 seasons. No other player in Panther history can match Bree Payton's number of All-American honors, and she's our number 19 college athlete of the century. Number 18 was a dynamite defensive back under Phil Parker, Desmond King. In an era before COVID eligibility, Desmond King held the Iowa record for most games played and started, suiting up for 53 games in the black and gold. tied for a program record. Desmond had 3 pick-sixes in his career, one of only 2 Hawkeyes this entire century who's had 14 or more interceptions in their career. His 8 picks in 2015 is still tied for the most in a single season in Iowa history. He led Iowa in interceptions for 3 straight seasons. In 2015, he was a unanimous All-American, and he was the first player in Iowa history to win the Jim Thorpe Award as the best defensive back in the country. And he was only the 6th Iowa junior to earn consensus All-American honors. And he was a second-team All-American as a senior, too. He's gone on to have an impressive 8-year career in the NFL. Desmond King is our number 18 college athlete of the century. Number 17 on our list of the best college athletes of the century is Tyler Linderbaum. Kid could have landed pretty close to our prep athlete list. A superstar out of Solon, Tyler came to Iowa as a defensive lineman, but quickly made the change to center, and that decision changed his life. He started every game from 2019 to 2021. His sophomore year in 2020 was fantastic. First-team All-Big Ten, first-team All-American by a pair of publications, a finalist for the Remington Trophy as the best center in America. And his following year was even better. Junior season played every single offensive snap in 10 of Iowa's 14 games, a unanimous All-American. He was the Big Ten's Lineman of the Year and came back to win the Remington Trophy this time. The kid whose arms were deemed too short to be a higher draft pick now has become a 2-time Pro Bowler with the Ravens. Tyler Linderbaum is our number 17 college athlete of the century. And number 16, another outstanding alum of Iowa's field hockey program, Anta Niziel, a first-team All-American for 3 straight seasons, the Big Ten's Defensive Player of the Year in 2020 and 2021, one of only 3 Iowa field hockey players all time to win back-to-back Big Ten MVP awards. She led Iowa to the NCAA Final Four in 2020 and started 101 consecutive games to end her career. One of the best defensive players in Big Ten history, Anta Niziel is our number 16 college athlete of the century. Number 15 on our list of the top college athletes from the last 25 years is 4-time wrestling All-American Mark Perry. Part of the resurgence in wrestling at Iowa, Mark never finished lower than 3rd at the NCAA championships, a runner-up as a redshirt freshman and a 3rd-place finish as a sophomore. Mark then won back-to-back NCAA titles to end his career in 2007 and 2008. If you factor in his true freshman season, Mark won over 100 matches during his time at Iowa, a 4-time Big Ten finalist who was a member of Tom Brand's first national championship team in 2008. Mark Perry is our number 15 college athlete of the century. And number 14 is a long-distance Loras legend, Cassie Parker, a recent Duhawk product. Cassie won back-to-back NCAA cross-country titles in 2021 and 2022, the first Duhawk runner ever to win a cross-country national championship, and on the track, maybe an even more impressive career resume. She won a dozen ARC conference titles, won a pair of indoor national titles in the 3K and 5K, and another 3 outdoor national titles in the 5K and 10K. An 11-time All-American, Cassie holds Division III records in the outdoor 5K and 10K and the indoor 5,000. An icon in Division III running circles, Cassie Parker is our number 14 college athlete of the century. Number 13 on our countdown is Brittany Brown. Before she was a U.S. Olympian, Brittany was a highly decorated sprinter for the Hawkeyes, an 11-time All-American and a 4-time Big Ten champion, set school records in the 100 and 200, and was part of 17 relay teams that rank in the school's top 10 best all-time. Famously, never won a state title in high school or a national title in college, but last summer, Brittany won a bronze medal at the Summer Olympics in Paris, the first Hawkeye women's track athlete ever to win an Olympic medal. Brittany Brown is our number 13 college athlete of the century. And number 12 will forever stand tall in the football record books, Sean Green, one of a small group of Hawkeyes who have finished in the top 10 of Heisman voting. Sean's 2008 season is one for the ages. Ran for a school record 1,850 yards that year, a mark that even Caleb Johnson couldn't get close to. Ran for over 100 yards in every game that season and scored 20 touchdowns. He was the Big Ten's Player of the Year, a unanimous All-American, and he won the Doak Walker Award as the best running back in the country. That 2008 season is one that might never be equaled by a Hawkeye running back. Sean Green is our number 12 college athlete of the century. Number 11 on our list of the best athletes from the last 25 years is Wartburg wrestler Byron Tate. He won 3 national championships for the Knights. At the time, he was only the 12th wrestler in Division III history to win 3 national titles. The Division III Wrestler of the Year in 2012, his 141 wins ranks 3rd on Wartburg's career list. He helped the Knights win a pair of team national titles in 2011 and 2012, and last year was inducted into the Division III Sports Hall of Fame. Byron Tate is our number 11 college athlete of the century. And number 10 is Laulaga Tausaga. Without question, the best thrower ever to come through Iowa's track and field program. She won 6 Big Ten titles in the shot put, discus, and weight throw, and was an NCAA champion in the discus in 2019. One of only 5 Big Ten throwers to ever win an NCAA discus title, and she's the only thrower in Big Ten history to win 4 straight conference discus titles. The Big Ten's Indoor Field Athlete of the Year in 2020, Laulaga has now expanded her talents to the professional world, where she won a world championship in 2023. Laulaga Tausaga is our number 10 college athlete of the century. Jumping in at number 9 on our College Athlete of the Century countdown is former UNI volleyball star Molly O'Brien. One of the greatest to walk through the West Gym for this storied program, Molly led UNI to 4 MVC championships, 4 NCAA tournaments, and a pair of appearances in the Sweet 16. She's one of a small handful of players to be named the MVC All-Conference First Team for 4 consecutive years, and one of an elite list who's won the Conference Player of the Year 3 seasons in a row. Her 1,779 career kills are still the most in UNI history and the 5th most in Valley history, and she still ranks 2nd in conference history in career block assists, a Panther who earned 3rd team All-American honors in 2002. Molly O'Brien is our number 9 college athlete of the century. And number 8 is a legendary track runner at the Division III level, Wartburg's Nevada Morrison. The kind of resume that most would dream of at the high school level, Nevada did it all at the Division III national track meets. From 2009 to 2012, she was a member of 4 straight national champion 4x4 teams, both indoors and outdoors. Won another 3 national titles in the Open 400 and 1 in the 4x1. All told, 12 national championships to her name, helped Wartburg win 5 national track and field championships, a 23-time All-American, one of the most decorated runners in Division III history. Nevada Morrison is our number 8 college athlete of the century. Number 7 on our list is another Hawkeye wrestling icon, Brent Metcalf. A transfer from Virginia Tech, Metcalf only had 3 seasons of eligibility with the Hawkeyes, but what a 3-year run it was. Metcalf won 2 NCAA titles and was a 3-time finalist. He was the first wrestler in Big Ten history to be named the Outstanding Wrestler of the Big Ten Tournament 2 years in a row. He still holds Iowa's 2nd-best career win percentage and 3rd longest win streak, winning 69 matches in a row. In 2008, he won the Dan Hodge Trophy as the best wrestler in the country and was named the Big Ten's Male Athlete of the Year. A man who never lost a match at Carver Hawkeye Arena, Brent Metcalf is our number 7 college athlete of the century. And number 6, the final football player on this list, Brad Banks. Much like Sean Green, another name on this countdown, Brad really only had 1 full-time season as the Hawkeye quarterback. But that 2002 season is one that Hawkeye fans will never forget. Threw for over 2,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions. He was the AP National Player of the Year, won the Davey O'Brien Award as the best quarterback in the country, a first-team All-American and the Big Ten's Offensive Player of the Year, finished as the runner-up for that season's Heisman Trophy. In Kirk Ferentz's early years, Brad helped catapult Iowa back into the national conversation, leading the Hawkeyes to an Orange Bowl that season, one of the single greatest years in Iowa history. Brad Banks is our number 6 college athlete of the century. Number 5 on the list, and the final non-Hawkeye athlete on this countdown, maybe the greatest long-distance runner in Division III history, Missy Buttry. In nearly 45 years of the Division III championships, Missy Buttry is still the only runner who has ever won 3 cross-country national titles. Across all divisions, only 2 other runners were able to even equal that feat in cross-country. In the entire nation, there has only been one team who has combined to have more national championships than Wartburg's Missy Buttry. On her championship win in 2003, it's still the second fastest time in the history of the national meet, and on the track, still an exceptional college career, 5 indoor and 5 outdoor national titles. She was an 18-time track All-American, and she won a combined 29 Iowa Conference titles in track and cross country. One of the greatest runners ever to compete at the college level, Missy Buttry is our number 5 college athlete of the century. And number 4, the GOAT before 22, Megan Gustafson. 99% of programs in the country, Megan's numbers will make her the best of all time. The unanimous National Player of the Year in 2019, a 3-time Big Ten first-team all-conference pick, twice named the Big Ten's Player of the Year, and in 2019, the conference's overall Female Athlete of the Year. At the conclusion of her Hawkeye career, she was only the 4th player and the first post player to ever score 1,000 points in a single season. She finished her career with 16 program records and 8 Big Ten records, and her jersey was put in the rafters at Carver Hawkeye Arena. One of the best post players in college history, Megan Gustafson is our number 4 college athlete of the century. Flying high at number 3 is the Peacock, Luka Garza. The big man made a difference in a Hawkeye uniform, 2-time National Player of the Year and Big Ten Player of the Year. The only man in Big Ten history with 2,200 points and 900 rebounds, broke program records for points, field goals, conference scoring, ranked in the school's top 10 in 10 different categories. Not only the top 10 men's basketball player on this list, but he was doing things few, if any, Big Ten players this century have done, leading the league in scoring in consecutive seasons and consecutive games with 20 points or more. A man whose jersey got sent to the rafters and one of the Big Ten's all-time best, Luka Garza, is our number 3 college athlete of the century. And number 2, maybe the best wrestler ever to come through Iowa's legendary program, Spencer Lee, a 3-time NCAA champion, 5-time All-American, one of 2 Hawkeyes to be named the Big Ten's Wrestler of the Year 3 times in his career, a career record of 98 wins and just 6 losses, 40 of those wins ending in the first period, and never lost a match at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Maybe most impressively, he's the only Hawkeye and one of only 4 men to win the Dan Hodge Trophy twice as the best wrestler in America. Just last summer, he left Paris with an Olympic silver medal, one of the greatest we've ever seen step on the mat and whose story is still being written. Spencer Lee is our number 2 college athlete of the century. Number 1 needs no introduction, but we'll give her one anyway. She's the greatest women's college basketball player of all time. She's the best Hawkeye athlete of this or any century. She changed the game on and off the court, and she was the easiest choice for the best athlete from the last 25 years, Caitlin Clark. After an unforgettable 4-year career, Caitlin holds nearly every significant record in the Hawkeye record book, the Big Ten record book, and the NCAA record book. Within the Iowa program, no player has scored more points in a game than Caitlin's sensational 49-point performance against Michigan last February. She's number 1 and 2 in the program record for points in a season, and she's number 1 in career assists, single season assists, single season in career field goals, single season in career free throws, single season in career three-pointers. The list goes on, but Caitlin's true legacy came with her assault on the national record books. Her 1,234 points as a senior is over 100 more than any other women's player in Division I history. Three-pointers. Her final year, she made 201. Second place on that list is over 43s behind her number. And as we've seen time and again, she is not just a scorer. Her 346 assists last year were the 3rd most all-time, and she ended her career as one of only 6 players with over 1,000 assists in their career. She also holds national records for three-pointers, field goals, and career scoring average. 17 triple-doubles is second only to Sabrina Ionescu, And of course, 3,951 points passes Kelsey Plum and Pistol Pete as the most points ever scored by any player in NCAA history. She was unlike any player who came before, and in terms of global impact, there is no player who can hope to equal what Caitlin Clark did for the University of Iowa, the state of Iowa, or the game of women's basketball. And exactly 2 months ago, her number 22 was lifted to the crossbeams of Carver. No Hawkeye to ever again wear the number that adorned the greatest of all time. Some of her records may fall, but her legacy will never be forgotten. Caitlin Clark is, without a doubt, the #1 college athlete of the century.